Good morning, guys. True Souls Emporium here again. We're doing your weekly card read this time, your weekly overview, using Stephen D. Farmer's Earth Magic Oracle cards. Some of my favourite cards, I must admit, and quite highly requested. I know I said I was going to use the cat cards that I got for Mother's Day, but they do give a very, very different kind of reading. After having a play with them earlier on, that's why I'm so late doing the reading now. And they'd be very, very good in one-to-one readings, I think, but not so much for this sort of thing. Okay, so let's see what the week ahead is going to bring us, shall we? We'll have you and you. Now, the reason we do these on a Tuesday is because my daughter does the blog, and Tuesdays is tarot, so we kind of link the two in. I know I don't do tarot, I do oracle cards, but it's still a card reading. Okay, so crystals, focus. There's been a lot of this coming up recently. People aren't getting grounded, they aren't focusing on things, and it's not about getting to a point whereby you are what's the word? Not monopolizing, single-mindedly focused on just one thing. There are many things that we can focus on, but at the moment, I think the focus is more on self-care than anything else. I mean, we are constantly, we are taught to give and give and give and give and give, and eventually there's nothing left of us for ourselves. And I think this one is saying, you know, kind of bring it in to focus on yourself. Okay, so we've got a bit of water here, so yeah, emotions. But we've got a lot of purple here, so that's it. It's insight, it's your third eye, it's kind of knowing what's coming, and we can't do that unless we know ourselves. So, Stone People Vigilance, we've had this one before, I know we have. This one does actually come out quite a lot, and again it is about getting grounded to the point whereby you know what is going on with you, so that kind of reinforces the focus that we've got here. This one is saying, you know, the emotions are kind of, they're quite choppy here. As you can see here, they're more or less dried up. It's like a beach at low tide kind of vibe going on here. So beginning of the week, it might be a little bit sort of choppy emotion-wise. Then it's going to calm down a lot. Hello, Kitty. Then it's going to calm down a lot. And things are going to be a bit more gentle, but don't lose sight of the fact that you've got to focus on yourself, that you've got to take care of yourself, because you can't give to others from an empty cup. You just can't do it. You've got to sort yourself out, and it's just one of those things that we've got to do. Next card, more emotions. Ocean, ebb and flow. This is about going with it. The pull. Going with the pull, going with the reactions, going with the tides, that sort of thing. Again, water, so emotions. So there is a lot going on sort of emotionally this week, which is why we're being told to focus at the beginning of the week, get our focus on ourselves and sort ourselves out. Later on in the week, we're being told to, right, keep an eye on probably what is draining us, what is triggering us, what we give more of our time and energy to than ourselves, which isn't necessarily something that we want. Hello, Mr. Ginge. It's National Respect Your Cat Day as well, so he's having a look at the reading, aren't you, baby? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Yeah. So focus early on, sort yourself out, know your triggers, know what's sorting you out. Vigilance, I think, is also about keeping an eye on those that are around you, those that drain you, those that trigger you, and having a look at whether your relationship is healthy for that sort of thing. Is it somebody that, okay, maybe they're having a bad time, which is why they're triggering you, but are they genuinely and generally quite, quite happy and healthy people who do help you? In which case, you know, what can you give them? But keep an eye on yourself as well. Make sure that they aren't going to be draining you. And going with the ebb and flow, going with the tides, going with the feel. It's very much about trusting your intuition this week. You've got a lot of purple here, you've got ebb and flow here, so it's going with everything. Purple, as I said, it's your third eye. It is intuition. So you got to learn to trust your inner knowledge, your inner knowing, with regards to relationships, with regards to what nourishes you. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships here. I'm talking about like relationships with friends, with colleagues, with co-workers, with your kids, your parents, that sort of thing. You've got to make sure that everything at the moment is nourishing you. And if it's not, ebb and flow, things come and go. Okay, so kind of go with it. But always remember that things come into our lives for a reason and they also leave for a reason. Okay, so if something needs to go, let it go. Don't try and hang on to it, because you're going to do more damage to yourself and to them probably in the long run than you are if you just turn around now and went, okay, right, whatever, let's call it a day. Okay. So there's a few realizations this week, I think, but as long as you keep your main focus on yourself and relationships that nourish you, knowing that there are people out there who probably don't have your best interests at heart, being able to tell them apart from the people who do have your best interests at heart but are just going through a bad phase, and just going with it, going with the ebb and flow, being able to turn around and say yes or no to somebody. Sorry, one of the cats is going absolutely insane in the background and the other one is stalking her. So this is quite fun. I should do a Cats of Insta video and just film it. But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave you with these guys. Leave you with these three. Okay. I hope that it is some help to you in the week ahead. Gives you a sort of heads up to know what we're doing. Let's have a look. See what the bottom card is. The bottom card is perspective. So that's one of those that only time can give you, is perspective. Again, goes with the knowing if people are nourishing you or draining you. Okay, so again, that gives you, you got to take a little bit of time away this week to be able to focus on yourself, and then just generally go with whatever your intuition tells you. All right, guys, so that's it for this week. I'll see you again with a card of the day tomorrow. Next weekly one is obviously going to be next Tuesday. All right, this is going to be on YouTube and TikTok. The daily ones are the only ones that are purely for TikTok. Okay, so we'll see you guys later. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, whatever it takes. All right, just to boost our algorithms. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.